Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dex from Marfoogle News. And look, I've been reading some stuff today, and it's a little concerning, the update I'm about to talk to you about. So let me dive right in. The Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi has met with the Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel. And he's basically wrapping up a Latin American tour that was aimed at strengthening relationships with countries like Iran that is also sanctioned by the US. So basically, anyone in the bad kids club, he's looking to build these relationships with. So the two nations are actually looking, well, let's just put it this way. This is what they're telling us. The two nations are looking at opportunities to collaborate in areas such as electricity generation, biotechnology, and mining. They also said they signed various agreements to enhance the cooperation between their justice departments, their customs agencies, and in telecommunications. But as a reminder, I will say public statements from meetings like this between these two leaders only provide selected snapshots of their discussions. While they highlighted areas like electricity and biotech and mining, they may have also discussed sensitive topics, especially those like strengthening military ties, potential weapons placements, trade agreements. Those topics are often, because they're sensitive in nature, kept away from the public discourse. They don't want people to know this. It allows the leaders to control the narrative and maintain strategic ambiguity. Now, just before visiting Cuba, Rossi also went to Venezuela, where he promised to increase trade and cooperation in petrochemicals, and he also met with Daniel Ortega, who's the president of Nicaragua. Now, I will say the same thing applies. We don't know what he talked about with them. Now, let me read you this quote from the president of Cuba. He says, Venezuela, Nicaragua, Cuba, and Iran are among the countries that have had to heroically confront sanctions, threats, blockades, interference by Yankee imperialism and its allies with tenacious resistance. That's the quote. And it goes on. He says, this visit reinforced our conviction that we have in Iran as a friendly nation in the Middle East with which to confide and talk about the most complex global issues. Now, we have to understand the tone of this message. We have to understand this is lobbed directly at the U.S. This is not creating a inclusive message. This is creating a divisive message against the Yankee imperialism, as they call it, or democracy, as we call it. You know, they're building this relationship, and they're building it around a common enemy, and that is the U.S. Now, let me remind you, Cuba is also strengthening its ties with Russia and China. Again, and other countries that are also under sanctions. And we know, it seems like everybody that is, an adversary of the U.S. is sort of under sanctions. But let's move off of the whole sanction part. The stuff that's really got me concerned is what we don't know is happening with this meeting. Rossi has referred to his visit with the Iranians, key Latin American ally as a turning point, quote unquote, turning point for their relationship. Here's what I'm really worried about. Iran's growing relationship with Cuba could bring about various security and strategic concerns for the U.S. First, it's obvious the geographical proximity of Cuba to the U.S. means that any potential Iranian influence or operations would be uncomfortably close, like 90 miles out from our shores. That's pretty scary. Second, the formation of a stronger relationship between them as an alliance, it's going to lead to a more robust and coordinated block of adversaries or nations that are opposing us. So add them all to the list of allies that are, you could call it BRICS, you can call it what you want, but all of the adversaries to the U.S. or to the West are building and creating their relationships. So that's going to be a potential problem as well, having Cuba in the fold there. Third, the prospect of Iran sharing its military technology, its intelligence, and its operational capabilities with Cuba would pose a significant security threat. So if they were to stage support operations closer to the U.S. territory, what would that mean for them? And what would it mean for us? Obviously, it's a security threat for us, and they're going to look at it as, hey, here's a great opportunity for us to get as close as we possibly can to the U.S. shores. So let me remind you this too. Just the other day, Iran unveiled its new missile called the Fatah, which claims it can travel up to 15 times the speed of sound and has a range of 1,400 kilometers, which is about 870 miles. This could potentially be put in Cuba for all we know. If this was in our back door, so to speak, or backyard, however you want to think of it, right there, hypersonic, that close, on land, 90 miles off our shores, what would that mean to the security and to the vulnerability of U.S. territory? That's pretty concerning. So just a reminder, this new missile, it's reportedly maneuverable, which means it can travel in irregular paths, making it difficult to intercept. Of course, there's some good things. We did see potentially that some of these hypersonics from Russia were intercepted by our Patriot missile systems, but I don't think we want hypersonics like 90 miles off our shores, especially if they're controlled by Iran. So what do you think? If this relationship is growing and building, is that a security threat to you? What do you think? Let us know. Leave a comment down below. Tell us what your opinion is on this relationship building between Iran and Cuba. And does it concern you that this relationship could potentially put Iran in our backyard, so to speak? Hey, if you want to support the channel, do us a favor, hit the like button. Share the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. All of that really helps us a lot. And if you're looking to support us in a different way, head over to our website. Check out marfooglenews.com/EMP, and you can learn about EMP Shield, one of our partners. It'll help you protect yourself against an EMP or a CME, which is a coronal mass ejection. Both of those types of events can wreak havoc on your electrical system in your car, on the electrical system in your house, or any other electrical system that you have. They actually have solutions for it. They have a device that you can put in that can prevent that, and it can protect everything that's wired into your car, everything that's wired into your house, to protect it against the effects of an EMP, the effects of a CME. So we also have a great discount for the Foogle fam members. So if you want to do that, go to marfooglenews.com/EMP. You can learn more. You can buy one. They are available. And if there's a current promotion going on, the special deal that we have gets stacked on top of it, so you save even more. But again, I'll remind you, the best way to help support the channel, go to the share button, just click it, send this out to your friends, your family, put it on social media, help us out, get the word out about the channel and about our community. We really appreciate you. Again, this is Dex with Marfoogle News, and I hope you guys have a great day. And Dex out. Looking outside of my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse roams. Looking outside of my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse roams. Marfoogle News, where are you? Only news are you.